When parents set out to help their children with reading and writing and to serve as their child's tutor, they're sometimes unsure about how long each practice session should be and what they need to be doing during those practice sessions. I'm Allison DeFrees, and you're watching Reading with Allison. After asking yourself these 5 guiding questions, you'll have a clear idea of how long and how often you should tutor your child each week in order to see progress. So let's get started with the first question. The first question is, how old is your child? This will determine the length of your sessions and help you determine how to squeeze in at least 2 hours a week of practice. So for children that are in kindergarten, I think that they can do about 30 minutes at a time. So if you're aiming for 2 hours a week with that child in kindergarten, then you're going to have 4 sessions a week, each one lasting about 30 minutes. If your child is in first grade, depending on their day, they could do 30 to 60 minutes. And any child in second grade or older can do 60 minutes at a time. So again, the recommendation is if you are doing some reading and writing work with your child, depending on some other guiding questions that I'll come to in just a moment, 2 hours a week is a recommendation. And we do recommend that on non-consecutive days. That's like giving a child sort of like a dose of medicine, and when you space it out, like Tylenol, you give it every so many hours so that their body can absorb the Tylenol and then they're ready for the next dose. That's how it is with learning. So in consideration with the child's age, we're also going to consider which day of the week might be easiest to add tutoring time. I know the week is busy, but try to think about the calmest days and see if you can add tutoring then. Or try to think creatively, such as, while my older child does this activity, my younger child and I will sit in the car and tutor. It's okay to get creative here. So we have how old is the child, and what day do you think it would be easiest to add this tutoring time? Now, the next thing to consider, the next guiding question is, how much time has been recommended to you to work with your child? Has a psychologist or your child's teaching team told you to work with your child for at least 2 hours a week or 4 hours a week? Another question to consider is, what is the goal of your tutoring? Are you helping your child with their spelling list? Are you teaching them how to read or write or spell? The goal of your practice is going to determine the length of the time that you need to put in. The last question is the most important. What can your schedule allow? And my parents say, my schedule is crazy. I have no time for anything. And the truth is, they're right. Their schedule is jam-packed, full of different things and commitments and meetings and this and that, and all the children to care for and the family to run. It's very challenging for parents to serve as the tutor for their child. So if you are taking on this role, which a lot of parents are doing, and saving their family some money and really supporting their child in very special ways, it's important to consider, what can you afford to do? What will your schedule allow? So to review, we have 5 guiding questions to ask yourself to figure out how long and how often to work with your child on reading and writing skills. Number 1, how old are they? Number 2, what's the easiest day of the week to add some tutoring time to? Number 3, how much tutoring time has been recommended to you? Number 4, what's the goal of the practice? And number 5, what can your schedule allow? And please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It helps other parents find this video as well. Thank you, and happy reading.